This one is deep, oh. No matter how you try to cover it up, there is no way it will not come out in public. This one has just reached our table, and I also want to implore you to take some lessons from this. Everyone has to just learn from one thing or the other. Oftentimes, what we do say is that we don't want to learn from our mistakes every day and every time. If you keep learning from your mistakes every time, keep learning from your experience, your fall, and all of that, maybe you will not have anything to hold on to anymore. What am I trying to say? Learn from other people's mistake. Do not wait to get into it. Do not wait to get involved. Do not wait to commit that, terrible mistake before you learn, because you might have nothing to hold on to anymore. Today, it's about Mide Martins. Every marriage has its own peculiar challenge, relationship, peculiar challenges. Mide Martins, for those who do not know who she is a producer, movie producer, Yoruba Nollywood movie producer, and also an actress. Well, she's married to a man called Afiz. Afiz is a movie producer and also plays specific roles in movies. Probably as a result of his looks, he can't be given any other role than security, gate man, beggar, and all of those roles. They fit him perfectly. Now, that being said, some time ago, problems started in their marriage. And this problem has to do with interest. You'll be wondering, what is this about? Mide Martins often would want to bring in a man who is a Fuji musician. It's called Pasuma Alabi. She want to feature her in her movies. She felt that featuring him sells the movie fast. And it's been a practice amongst many of these producers and people involved in Yoruba movies to bring in popular people to sell their movies. Well, you know what it is. Pasuma is someone who is more or less like the other Fuji musician called Kwam1, although his own is still learning. Wasiu is on the top league when it comes to all these adventures, digging deep and all of that. So, what you have and who you are, you don't have to lie to yourself. If everybody is lying to you, you will not lie to yourself. Afiz knows that compared to Pasuma, of course, they are both dark skinned, but compared to Pasuma, it might be difficult for him to pull weight. There are situations that you don't like yourself. You have this insecurity, either as a woman, you realize that there are some women around your man. They might not even be talking to him, just in a shopping mall. And you see these women, and you look at your own statistics, and you realize that you cannot match up to what you are saying. Automatically, you go into the defense mode. You begin to try to protect your interest because you know that those women have what you don't have. The same thing goes to men too. Now, we know that this lady is married. Mide Martins, both of them are married. And she's someone who does not come out publicly to debunk or not to debunk or to issue disclaimer and all of that. She keeps her things on the low. She and her husband, Afiz, they always try to keep their heads down. They don't do social media drama. But this one is kind of, something that they could not hide. So, when these problems started and things were getting heated up, it was now issue of interest. The man is like, I don't trust this Pasuma. This one that you are featuring Pasuma every time in movies. This is how the thing starts. So, I know the things that happen in our industry. And you, if I look at you and I look at myself, before we say good morning, good afternoon, it's possible that Pasuma can be cutting my yam at the corner, and I don't want this. And we are both married, so this is not going to happen. Of course, he's protecting his marriage, and he knows, there is a way things get to. You kind of know that there is a man that can, unseat you, that can take the crown from your head if you're not careful. So Afis quickly woke up and said, no, I don't want this. This marriage will come to an end unless you stop featuring Pasuma in your movies. So after a while, it seems Mide Martins realized that this my stubborn head is going to conclude my marriage if I don't act now. After all, I and this Pasuma, we are not married. We don't have children together. So why will I continue pressing? Of course, it's about the gain, about making money, about this and that. And even if at the corner, Pasuma is hiring me and I'm hiring him, at the end of the day, what will become of me if this marriage breaks apart? So she decided to apply common sense because she was being stubborn all this while. She decided to add knowledge to her head and wisdom, and she decided to do the best thing by making sure that all of this featuring comes to an end. Well, Mide Martins recently posted celebration of marriage, of togetherness, of ups and down, and all of those things that happen in marriage. She is celebrating 18 years of being with Afeez. Well, that's a good one, because if she had not acted accordingly, if she had not listened, with all what the fans out there, all our fans, lovers of our movie, with all what they've been saying and looking at, like, this one that every now and then it is Pasuma Alabi featuring in Mide Martins' movie. And you know how these things go, how these things flow, the way they do in movies and all of that. So she is like, well, I have to just guard my marriage. I just have to protect my marriage, and I have to look at the bottom line. I have to check. I have to tell myself the truth. I have to be realistic, and that is what she has done. And congratulations to her that she applied wisdom to it, and she did not overbehave, and she decided to do the proper thing, at least something that will safeguard everything. Just imagine she and her husband will invest in a movie, and of course, she can bring in one or two people into it. It's a plan. It's a project. If she decides to bring Pasuma Alabi, and this is causing a rift in her marriage, you know what it is. And even back then, when all of these things came out, although she tried as much as possible not to come out to talk too much about this and make this very big, like widen it up. But then when all of this started and she was being challenged by her husband, if you do not have anything to do with this dude, this Pasuma, this Agbiru singer, Fuji singer, if you don't have anything to do with him, it's better you put an end to this, your movie association. Don't feature him again. She refused. And Pasuma then too did not say anything as regards relationship with them, and between both she and Mide Martins. And you know how these guys, they roll, what they do. These guys are, with the women too, movie actresses, many of them, they do a lot of very terrible things. I mean, their life is so public, and they're always looking for the highest bidder, always looking for the guy who is abroad, that businessman, the person who has money and all of that, someone who will finance their project, finance their movie. That is all they are always looking for. Most of the time, they will not go with an ordinary person, go with someone that they will start life with. Although Mide Martins, she was already in that path since her mom is a movie. She was involved in movie before her demise. And this man too, Hafiz also, both of them, they could, they were able to like join hands together, since they are looking at the same thing, doing the same thing. So well, it's a good one anyway. 18 years of marriage, and they've been able to keep themselves, keep their heads, keep their heads down, notwithstanding the challenges. and whatever it is that happen in marriages. If you've not subscribed to this platform, why don't you join us? Let us build it together. It is free. It is easy. Just tap on the subscribe button and the bell. Very important. Select all. Tap on it. Select all. So all videos latest that comes on our table, you will be the first to get it.